Hello, my name is John with Medicareline, and I'm an independent insurance agent in Colorado. I specialize in Medicare insurance plans, and today just wanted to take a few minutes and briefly go over some basic Medicare terms and hopefully answer some of your questions. Medicare can simply be defined as federal health insurance, and today I just wanted to go over the 5 parts of Medicare, what they cover, and how they work together. Oftentimes, what I hear from my clients is that when it comes to Medicare, they feel as if they have to go back to school and almost get a degree in Medicare before they can make a decision. Medicare does have a lot of moving parts and can get very complicated very fast, so it's extremely important to understand the basic parts of Medicare and then just go from there. All right, let's dive in. So, 5 parts of Medicare. Okay? One is Part A, and this is your hospital coverage. If you are admitted in the hospital for any reason, you will be covered under Part A of Medicare. 2 is Part B, and Part B covers your doctor's visits, anything that's done outpatient, lab work, MRIs, things of that nature. You're covered under Part B of Medicare. Those 2 parts, A and B, are also known as Original Medicare. Original Medicare. And Part 3 is called Part C of Medicare. This is otherwise known as Medicare Advantage. Medicare Advantage. These are plans offered by private insurance companies that are sold when you turn 65 and during open enrollment as well. But that's we can talk about that more. So Advantage plans usually cost, typically they have 0 premiums. So you don't pay anything for these plans. Sometimes they'll charge a small premium, but typically they're 0 premium. And Part 4, moving right along here, is Part D. Part D of Medicare is your prescription plan. So you can purchase this plan as a standalone, or it can be part of your Advantage plan, the Part C, and I'll explain that. Last part of Medicare are Medigap plans. Medigap plans. Okay? Those again are sold by private insurance companies, and they're also called Medicare supplement plans. And they have letters associated with them. They go from A all the way through N. Usually the most common Medigap plan you hear is Plan F, or Plan G, or N as well. Those are the most popular plans. Plan F being the most popular, then I would probably say G and N. And I can make a whole another video just on Medigap plans. For the sake of this video, we'll stick with this. Let's talk a little bit of how they work together. So you have Plan A, or Part A, Part B of Medicare, Part C, Part D, and we'll leave Medigap for just a little bit. So Part A and B, okay, also called Original Medicare, will cover 80% of the approved charges of Medicare. Whether you go in the hospital, whether it's doctor's visits, outpatient, each Part A or B. So if you have a bill from the hospital, it's covered at about 80%, which leaves you a gap of 20%. Okay, and to cover for this gap, some people will opt for a Medigap plan. Medigap. Okay, so that way your Part A and B is covered by the 80%. The other 20% that's left by original Medicare A and B is covered by a Medigap plan that you have to purchase separately, and you pay a monthly premium for it. Okay, and if you choose to go that route and also get a Part D, which is your prescription plan, then you have to purchase this as a standalone. Okay, so if you go with Part C, remember we talked about its Advantage plan. Okay, well, let's erase this a little bit and get some more room in here. So if you go with the Plan C Advantage, okay, Advantage plans again are sold separately by private insurance companies. They will combine your A and B, okay, so you get A plus B in there, and they'll also add your D plan, which is your prescription, all bundled up into an Advantage plan. All of these are bundled up into an Advantage plan. So those in essence are the parts and how they work. Now obviously there's a lot more to this. This is not a comprehensive explanation of all the parts, but those are the basic parts. This all starts. And if you purchase an Advantage plan, which is Part C, again, okay, Part C Medicare, you need to know why you're purchasing this, and you need to know how it works before you you move on with this option. Because if you have an Advantage plan, you cannot have a Medigap plan at the same time. Okay, you cannot have both at the same time. If you're covered under this Advantage plan, which is usually for about a year, every year you have the option to move in and out of those plans during open enrollment, which we'll talk about. During that year where you're covered under this Advantage plan, you cannot have a Medigap plan, nor can you be sold a Medigap plan by an insurance agent. It's illegal. And when you fill out the application, that's one of the questions. Do you have an Advantage plan when you fill out a Medigap plan? So you cannot have both at the same time. Okay. So it's very important to know that. Once you go one way, you can't have both. Okay. And so to recap, you have Part A of Medicare, which is hospital. Part B, outpatient. Part C is Medicare Advantage. Part D, prescription plans. And then Part A and B can go with a Medigap plan. Medigap plan to cover for that gap of 20% in coverage. So those are your Medicare parts, and like I said, there's more to it, and we can get into it in more detail. If you found this video helpful, make sure you leave your comments below, and if you have further questions about this video or any other Medicare questions for that matter, you can always visit Medicareline.org and contact me directly by email there or phone.